Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SmartSocial.com podcast. I'm your host, Josh Ochs. Today, we're talking about a really bad app. It's called the Whisper app. It's available online and on any phone that you may have, whether it's iOS or Android. Today, Beth from the SmartSocial.com team to bring us up to speed on where this app is at. You may have seen, if you are either a member or in our newsletter, which I strongly suggest that you are both, you may have seen that in about 2017 or 18, we did a huge write-up on this, and it became very popular. In fact, it's been around for quite some time, but we are updating that now, and we want to give you the latest and greatest details. And by greatest, I mean dangerous stuff. Hey, Beth, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, Beth, you did a huge app guide research project on this very bad app, and I'm going to share the screen. Anyone listening to this right now, we are about to share SmartSocial.com, the 2021 Whisper app guide for parents and educators. Now, this sits in our red zone, and if you don't know what that is yet, you can click on the app reviews tab at the top of SmartSocial.com, and it will walk you through this 4-stage thing that I've created over the years as I traveled around the country pre-COVID. The green zone, which is a place to start, but not a safe place. The gray zone, which is full of chat apps. And then the red zone, which is where Whisper's at because it's anonymous. Predators are there. The downside outweighs the upside. And then there's the dangerous social media challenges that happen on every single network. Okay, I'm going to walk people through what is the Whisper app. And then we're going to get Beth's take on what it means to her and her 2 kiddos. So what is the Whisper app? Whisper encourages users to share real thoughts and feelings, forge relationships, and engage in conversations in an endless variety of topics without identities or profiles. That's how they market it to your kids. Users create a whisper by typing their text and selecting stock photos or videos and uploading their own media for the background. Essentially, they're creating memes with text over it. And the thing that we don't like about it, the biggest deal, if you are listening right now and you are a mom, you're a dad, you're an educator, or you are a grandparent, the thing that we really don't like about this is it's anonymous. And anytime things are anonymous, students get this thrill. They think, ooh, this is neat, it's new, it's refreshing, and they come and go every 6 months. There's an anonymous app that will tank and they'll try and reinvent themselves. And that's what we don't like about this. Beth, what do you think of this app?
Yeah, this is pretty scary. I think anytime an app says share your true feelings, it really encourages kids to share more than what they would in any other situation. And I would hope that my kids feel comfortable sharing things with me. I know they're not going to want to share everything with me, but I also hope that they don't want to share everything with the World Wide Web and with strangers. That's the scary part of this, is it's all about strangers out there seeing everything that they post.
Here's a moral of the story real quick, a key takeaway for everybody listening and watching. If you don't have the conversation that Beth alluded to just now, the conversation that says, son or daughter, there are people out there who may want to ask you questions and we need to talk about what you're responsible. If you do not prepare them for how to drive a vehicle safely before they ever see an incident or a red light or a green light or a yellow light, that's, oh, what do I do in a yellow light? Do I speed up? Because I heard you speed up and it means drive faster. If you don't have that conversation with them, they will not know what to do. And in my heart of hearts and Smart Social, we often don't blame the child. We blame the lack of the dialogue that wasn't created. And I know you're busy, moms and dads and educators. I know you've got a lot going on. We hear it all the time, but we have to have that dialogue. And there's a couple ways we're going to hint at how you can have that dialogue. Okay, so anonymous stuff, Beth, you want your kids to come to you first to have that dialogue with you. You would hope. That's great. What would you tell other parents if they're on the fence about this app? You did an experiment. Tell us about your experiment, your low-tech experiment of going around town. What did you do?
Yeah, so there is a high school about a mile away from our house. My kids are not at that age level yet, but we know a couple of the teenagers in our neighborhood and our babysitters go there. So I know where it is. I mean, it's our local school. So on my bike ride for that day, I biked past the school. I honestly don't know how many students were there because of COVID and getting kids back in school and everything. But before I left the house, I looked on Whisper for the group specific to that school. Whisper told me when I asked to join the group that I could not see those whispers until I was on school grounds. So it used the location technology in my phone to know if I was on school grounds, or as they say, on school grounds. So I was across the street. But as soon as I got close enough, it said, okay, here's all the whispers that are being posted in this school group. None of them were current. None of them were recent because of the last year, but there were so many students that had joined that group, and you could see that number. You could see the history. I think it was about a year and a half of history that I could see. And everything that I saw was really harmless. I think I even shared one of them in the blog post about wanting donuts during passing period. You know, it's harmless, innocent stuff until it's not, until the person that is across the street is not me as a mom with good intentions of just going for a bike ride and opening the app when I happen to be there. And that's the scary part is, like I said, it's very innocent and it's harmless until somebody else comes in and it's no longer harmless.
All right. I love this. First of all, thank you for that story. Couple things that happen here. And if you're a parent that goes, it's no big deal. There'll be a red light on my dashboard that pops up. There's the oil low light, and then there's the your kid is in danger light, or the government will email me. No, Microsoft won't let you know. Google will not let you know. Trust us. We don't work for them, and they're great companies, but they will not wake up at 3 a.m. wondering something doesn't feel right. That parent intuition you have is the number one safety app in the world. So we need to just gently, as Mama Bear, Papa Bear, just gently know what could happen. Let me walk you through a little bit of an analogy. Educators, if you want to talk to parents about this is an analogy I use. I was in New York for quite a while in 2012 during my early start of my speaking tour that I used to do. And I remember going to Central Park, and it's gorgeous during the summer. It's amazing. People playing Frisbee. It's incredible. And if you've ever been to Central Park, it is a wonderful family area. But what if I said, hey, would you allow your 11-year-old to go to Central Park alone? You'd probably ask, okay, wait, what? My 11-year-old? What time of the day and who's going to be there, right? And now you're starting to critically think about what's going on. And even though I love Central Park, I love New York, I would strongly suggest you not allow your younger kid there at night or alone during the daytime, because just like what Beth just said, it's very harmless. It's fine, but it changes because different people may hang out there, and it's one bad actor where things could change. So apps in our view are the same, right? It could be Central Park. It's amazing as a family. And a lot of things are amazing as a family. You can do Roblox together, Minecraft, amazing. But if your kid is there alone with direct chat access to the rest of the world, that park turns into Central Park at night. It's a different place that you should be critically thinking about your kids. And I want you to think in that physical space. I want you to use that same critical thinking online and with these apps. Not that Whisper would be safe or even a place to hang out as a family, but we want you to see it as, even if it seems harmless, even if it seems like, and if you've seen our Snapchat videos and you've taken the awesome 25 dangers parents need to know about social media safety and issues that Beth helped put together, there is a video, a terrible, terrible video of a mother and a father who lost their son. He was 15 or 16 years old, and a drug dealer found him and made a menu online. Dr. Laura Berman lost her son, and it is devastating. She lives in Southern California, and someone found this young man, and the dad said, we all think it's okay to allow your kids to be on Snapchat because that's a sweet place where they're allowed to hang out and be with other like-minded kids. But that's what the app wants you to think. But bad people want you to think that also. And that's where the bad people are at. Beth, what do you want other parents to know about Whisper?
Honestly, it's in our red zone because I do not think it should be on any of their phones. It just is an app that will become very popular. So maybe right now it's not on their phones, but it might be in the future, because all it takes is when they're at school and somebody says, hey, did you see this Whisper? They say, what's Whisper? I'm going to download it now. Well, there's that open door that somebody else has influenced them even just to download the app. So I think one is, don't put Whisper on the phone. If you find it, talk to your students about why they feel they need it, why they feel that's how they communicate, and help them find another method to communicate their feelings or express their emotions. Because I really feel like that's why teens would want to be on it, because they feel like they can share those feelings and share those emotions, which is great in a safe environment, but Whisper's not that environment. So talk with your teens, find another way to help them out with it. I think approaching that with a positive way to talk to your teens, not just saying, take it off now, don't do it, is what's really going to help you build that relationship and formulate that conversation rather than just laying down the law and saying this is how it is.
I love that. Okay, let's read what the Washington Post said. Secret sharing app Whisper left users' locations, fetishes exposed on the web. They say concerns over these apps largely focus on being anonymous and anonymity, which ironically in this industry, it's hard for me to pronounce because they let people talk with limited accountability, but they're also risky because they usually become popular by surprise. And what we're really telling you parents right now is even if it isn't a popular app, there is a whole platform there where kids go, oh, I can express myself. Anytime an app says freely express yourself for others to give you honest feedback, warning, those other people are not people who love your kids as much as you do. We need to be super careful because your kids open up their heart to a lot of vulnerability. Very, very dangerous. We're going to take a real quick look. And those of you listening right now, we're going to go click on the app review page that has become quite popular and something that we're really known for. We're going to click on the Red Zone apps. And if you're listening to this, you can go to smartsocial.com, click on app reviews. We have a new website coming here in the next month and a half or so. We're going to click on Red Zone apps. And a lot of these other apps are very similar. The after school app, anonymous, it's discontinued. However, they can pop back. The Amino app, right? Once again, encourages users to explore their interests, similar passions. You have to be really careful. It's uncensored. askFM is the one I really wanted to show you. This is the godfather of all anonymous apps, similar to Whisper, but we don't want you to just look at one app and go, no, we want you to see trends. And that's why we built the popular teen app guide page that you see right here. We love your feedback too. First of all, right now, please rate, subscribe, and review. If you like the work Beth has done and what our platform does and our foundation, please give us just a quick thumbs up, a like, review, tell a friend, tag a friend. Our information is here to serve the whole world. That's why we spend all this time putting it online. askFM, it was like ask.com for a while, and now it's askFM. It was ask.fm for a little while. It encourages students to set up a public profile and allows anonymous people to ask them questions. It's like a public Facebook, but anonymous people can hurt you. The worst thing possible. We got a ton more at smartsocial.com. Beth, what would you tell a parent who's just overwhelmed? What would you tell a mom or a dad that goes, I just don't have time. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I get it. I totally feel that way myself. I look at our calendar of everything going on, especially this time of the year, and I think, how in the world am I going to sit down and have this conversation, being focused, knowing what to say, knowing what to tell them, understanding what all these apps are? I think the best way is to jump into our live events that we do and get 45 minutes with you and your student with Josh presenting live and talk about what's going on. So in those live presentations, I love watching you give parents the overview of what some of these apps are, especially that 25 dangers webinar that you recently did. It's an overview of what's out there, understanding the big picture. And then when there is a specific case or something that you really need to know about one app, there's deep dives and there's so much information that we provide. In summary, my tip is you don't have to know it all. You just have to know where to go and get the resources. And what we provide on Smart Social, from that parent app guide page to our live courses, there's got to be the answer to your question there. If not, we've got the team that has the time and the dedication and the knowledge to go find the answers that you need.
Very well said. One of our biggest themes here is there is a lot of information, but we want you to be a very informed parent. And whether you use all of our free resources and run with them, we love that. We want you to do that. But please know that you cannot learn it all. It's just like a college course. You can't go one day and go, I'm done, I've learned it all. It is over time. And there are no experts in this field. There are leading learners, and that's what Smart Social is. We're always going, there's a new twist to this. There's a new plot twist here. There's stuff going on here, or there's similarities. And so please know we've got your back. We're here to help. And thank you, Beth, and the rest of the team for all the hard work that we're doing, that you guys are doing to help put this all together. Parents, remember, as always, remember to keep it light, bright, and polite. Your kids are watching what you do online, and you're leaving a lasting legacy with everything that you do online, whether it's public or private. Know that even our emails can become public. We need to be really, really careful. As I advise big companies and talk to them, we remind all the employees, if you wouldn't say it in person, don't even say it in email, because everything gets forwarded, screenshot, leaked, and everything else. But we're optimists, and we're here to use technology in a positive way that's full of positivity and gratitude. Thank you, everybody, for watching here today. We really appreciate your support. As always, like, subscribe, and review so that we can share this with more parents just like you. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.